Hardcore Boxing News. Question, to get this done, did you all have to put out some big guarantees?
I don't want to get too far into the specifics, out of respect for the fighters.
Okay.
But look, everyone had to bear a little bit of pain, in this. And I mean, not necessarily in terms of guarantees, but to get this done after so much time, I think the reality is everybody had to push to past their level of comfort. And that's what eventually got it done. It wasn't about one deal point or somebody made a give. It's about everybody going 5 or 10% past the point of discomfort. And that's how we were able to meet in the middle, is everybody sort of says, I'm not really comfortable doing this, but to get it done, I'll give this. That's what happened on the fighters, the networks, the promoters, and that's how it ultimately got done.
So everybody had to bend over a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
You got Pitbull on the co-main. Is that letting us think that we're going to see Pitbull and Tank for a rematch maybe like November? That's a big exposure you all are giving them.
I'm not sure. Look, we haven't started talking about Tank's next opponent, but the reality is I think that's a fight we're seeing again. I think Pitbull learned a lot from that fight. I know Gervonta wasn't at 100%. There's two good reasons to see the fight again. I actually think the second time around it would look very different. I think you would see a more aggressive Pitbull and probably a sharper Tank, which means it might be an even more action-packed fight.
We'll move to 154, whoever wins the fight against if Jamel Charles is successful against you. How big do you see that?
Look, I think it's a very strong possibility. Errol has talked about it. Bud has talked about it. Thurman has talked about it. Danny's already done it. So look, that continues, and that's where we get some of these other rivalries to continue. It makes a lot of sense to me.
How's been the travel for you from LA to here, and just having the Jumbotron in Times Square? Just your thoughts compared to the other big fights that you made.
Yeah,
how this is coming
it can be exhausting. What's a little bit more exhausting is the schedule. We went through. At the time of Tank, we went through a portion of our schedule where we had 9 live events in 11 weeks. In terms of press tour, this is not too bad, compared to, Mayweather Canelo, where we did 10 cities in 9 days, or 9 cities in 10 days, whatever it was. I couldn't keep track where I was at that point. So, but this is, it's great. Like, no one really resents doing this, because it's worth the effort. I mean, you want to talk to everybody and anybody about this fight, because it's some of the best the sport has to offer.
And then you have Las Vegas being in full excitement mode. Obviously, the Golden Knights winning yesterday, Aces last year. I mean, now you're bringing another huge event. First, your thoughts on the Golden Knights winning?
Look, the Vegas sports scene is on fire. I mean, look, MLB is coming, almost certainly. The Knights have been there. The Aces have already won the World Championship. You've got F1 coming up in the fall. You've got a really big boxing schedule. Vegas has never been hotter as a sports destination.
Steve, how important is personality? These guys are pretty funny. Are boxers now coached a little bit too? So not just standing here and saying, I'm going to beat you up. I'm just curious how important that is to sell the product.
I think it's it's certainly part of our strategy. We try to make sure we give all the fighters an opportunity to be known, be seen, be talked to, other than right after a fight. I don't know how a fighter is at all coherent after a fight. Win, lose, draw. It's a difficult position to, after they're done with a fight, to sit there and try to be charming and entertaining and thoughtful. I don't know how any of them do it. So I think it is important to the sport that we give them as many opportunities as we can. Not just when they're sweaty and shirtless, but to see them as like actual people, because they're all really good, interesting individuals.
Steve,